Alright, my presentation is on tips for building your PLN. All the research I did basically surrounded by making conversations and connections with other people. One of the best tips that I got from the research and from just doing it myself is using hashtags. Using hashtags allows you to find other people that are talking about the same thing as you are, so you're not getting lost in conversation that isn't useful or helping you. For example, we did the hashtag SEDU183 for our class, and that helped me just by when I would go to do my assignments. If I was having a hard time coming up with what to do, I would go on there and find other people that are using that and then see what they were doing, and then I could find other people that were in our class but not the same time class and maybe see if they got something out of it that I didn't, see who they're talking to, and that's a good way to find other people that are good people to follow or who they recommend. Another thing they said to do was comment or reply to people. So commenting and replying allows people to know that you're there and you're active and that you care and that you want to be a part of the conversation. So a lot of people go on there for advice or asking questions, and I would say to reach out to people and try to get as many connections as you can and communicate with people, being active on there and letting people know that on you're on there, that you want to be a part of it, that you want to be a part of the discussions and the topics. Another thing you can do is be a part of discussions. They have certain times that you can go on there and you can find a time that they'll be talking about a certain thing and they'll use hashtags. For example, they can talk about different things in education, and you can go through there and find different topics that you want to talk about. And then when you're talking about it with other people, those people are on at the same time live talking so that you know you'll get a response, or if you are going to get a response, it's most likely during those times. That's a great way to meet people and find those people are there and they want to talk. Whereas tweeting it at someone else, maybe they didn't want to respond to you. This is just a screenshot from my Twitter. So I tweeted that Clogster was an awesome tool. It's basically a online presentation assignment. So I tweeted this because this would be awesome for maybe a teacher that's in a less developed area or somewhere that maybe their students are poor and they probably won't be able to go home and afford to buy posters and colored pencils and things that they'll need to make an awesome assignment. And if they have a uh, computer lab available to them in the school, this might be a good um, resource for them. Or if you're working in a handicapped classroom where some people don't have a good range of motion to, color on a poster or write things out, working on a computer might be better for them. Or even if you're just trying to bring more tech into the classroom. And I use that hashtag Clogster so that anyone else talking about Clogster can see that I'm recommending it. Maybe if they're asking if it works, they can use hashtag Clogster, click on it, and see mine. And like even getting 2 likes, that's not a lot, but I just made my Twitter, and it feels good. It feels good to know that other people care what you're talking about, and there are other people out there saying the same thing that you are. So again, to the conversating, creating conversation, getting a voice out there. Another thing is asking questions, getting people's opinions or tips or tricks for the classroom, joining a group or an online community. So this is good for if you're a history major, if you're a social studies major, you can find other people that are interested in the same things as you, or finding a like group, someone you can relate to, or someone that maybe is already ahead of you and is going through things that you're going to have to go through, and those are people that you know you can go to, people that know what you're going through. Including everyone was something they pointed out, and that means like including the newbies. Maybe if there's a senior in high school and they're kind of ahead of the game and they've already created their professional Twitter or Facebook or whatever because they're just excited to jump on it, include them because they're going to be you and they're going to want to be a part of that. Or including teachers that have been teachers for 30 years or student teachers or people that are interested in becoming teachers. Include everyone, because they're either already they're in your spot right now, they were in your spot, or they're going to be in your spot one day, same as you're going to be in their spot, and everyone can learn from everyone. And then another tip that they had, which some people might think is obvious, but be polite and respectful and professional, and kind of keep it like a safe zone. People don't want to come on there to drama, or keep it professional. You want to have a good look. That it's like online, your online classroom. You want to kind of keep it easy. And then mentors and networking. So you want to network and meet lots of people and find mentors that realistically find people that can learn from you, or that you can learn from them. People with similar interests. People that one day, maybe when you're going to find a job, they'll write you a letter of recommendation, or will talk you through tips on how to go to an interview, or when you start a classroom, on maybe make your classroom more inviting, or anything. If you have a question, those people have been through it and they can help you. Another thing they said to do was get involved in blogs. So a lot of teachers will tweet out their blogs. And I thought this was a really great one, because I didn't think of this. And people could be tweeting their blogs trying to promote it. And that would be awesome. I would love to see a blog of, a third grade English teacher, even if she's just talking about her everyday classroom. That's awesome. I have a friend who's a senior in education major right now, and she always shows me the Snapchats from her friends that have already graduated and are in the classroom, and just watching their Snapchats, and they usually talk about like the crazy stories of like funny things that their students did, or things that they couldn't believe that their students did, or things that they didn't expect coming in as a teacher, because it's not going to be all rainbows and butterflies. It's not going to be all easy. And it's just good to know what you're getting into, or what it's going to be like. And if you're reading that blog day to day, it's almost like, oh, this is what happened today, and this is what happens on the next day. And you got to get the feel for it, and just kind of, what would you say, like, kind of confirm that that's what you want to do. That's how you want your day to go, or your week to go. Live vicariously through them. And then the last tip, this one, I thought was the best tip, and I read it only on one website, and I hope that more people see it. But it says apply what you know, and that's great, because I think a lot of people make their PLNA and they're making these connections, they're doing these things, but it doesn't count if you're not taking it to the classroom, if you're not taking something from it. So I do is I go online, and if I see something that somebody asked a question that maybe I didn't think about, or but I think I'm gonna run across one day, I'll screenshot it, and I put those all into one file. I just say like my PLN file that I can refer back to later on. And people said to take it slow and go to your retweets, and maybe do one or two things a week, but maybe take it slow, because things usually don't work out the first time that you think they are. But yeah, there's no point in being online if you're not going to apply it to the real world. So I hope you learned something about my tips for creating a PLNN, and good luck.